Illinois Congressman Darren LaHood says Tri-State Police need more money. That's why he supports a new House bill to help fund local police. The David Dorn-backed the Blue Act is named after a retired police chief from St. Louis who was killed during demonstrations there last month. And we get more tonight from WGEM's Frank Healy.
LaHood says if passed, this bill could benefit law enforcement agencies like the Quincy Police Department here where he spoke today. He says it's also a response to some of the legislation about defunding the police in some areas around the country. Quincy Police Chief Rob Copley says with hiring freezes and budget cuts in recent years, his department needs every dollar it can get.
I know a lot of the people talking about defunding are saying, well, we need to take responsibilities away from the police that they should have never had, like mental health. That's great as long as you don't touch money, because you didn't give us money to start doing those jobs.
Copley says getting more federal money could help attract and retain local officers.
If we can get some grant dollars for personnel costs, for paying salaries, for increasing numbers, that would be great. That's huge.
LaHood says that's exactly the goal of the legislation he's supporting.
It allocates money to go to police departments around the country to help with raises that will go to police officers to help departments around the country. But what this legislation also says is if you have implemented any legislation to defund police, you do not get this money.
LaHood says he feels it's important for legislators to stand behind law enforcement, even if it means increased spending at the federal level.
$15 billion is a lot of money, regardless, and so you always got to be conscious of that. But when we look at, I think, in many cases, the distress situation that our police department and sheriff's departments all across the country are under, again, I think this sends the right message.
Copley says if the legislation is passed, he hopes to hire more officers.
If we could increase our numbers to help work in the community to protect and serve our community, that would be great.
LaHood says this bill is similar to one Missouri Senator Josh Hawley is sponsoring in the Senate. Frank Healy, WGEM News, Quincy.
Frank, thank you so much. Here's some more information on that story. LaHood says he also took the police pledge this week, saying law enforcement is essential to preventing mob rule and pledged to oppose any movement to defund police.